And then I forget what we have after that. I'll have to look.
I don't know. We got, I think it's the other Korean movie I picked. I Saw the Devil.
I saw the devil.
I think it's like
I saw the devil.
The one I chose, Dandelion, and whatever you chose.
I Saw the Devil.
I saw it. All right, well, welcome everybody to the Group Therapy Podcast.
We're just doing this.
Dude, that's the new trend. So I just started like halfway through some kind of conversation, and baptism by fire, bitches.
Better than
what you gonna
music.
do?
I don't know what anyone's talking about.
Okay, well, what that means is we're recording now, and who you just heard is Laura Benson, and yeah, the one and only. Laura, okay, Laura, let's turn the notifications off the phone.
I wasn't ready. Okay.
Wow, Austin.
Austin, come on.
Do you guys want the light on, or do you want it
I like the sensual mood. I'm telling you, this is
whatever you guys want.
It's going to be the sensual cast.
We got candles in the middle of the table.
Candles and liquor.
Candles and liquor. I kind of like we're ready to fuck.
No, we aren't.
Right, Aidan?
We're all naked.
We're all naked. That's right.
I wish.
I long to be surrounded by dicks.
Okay, Austin.
And vagina.
And yeah, singular. Right.
Speaking of which, I did the dirty show this weekend.
Oh, I figured. Yeah, you should. Yeah, let's.
He sent me a Snapchat that said, "I saw a midget stripper." It was like smiling really good.
Yeah, I was shitting when I sent that Snapchat too. I was like, this is the pinnacle of my life and my exploring my sexuality. Yeah, I went to the dirty show, which is like they describe it as an erotic art show, but it's more like
a fetish expo.
No, it's not quite that either, because it's like they have to like walk this fine line between like being legitimate and then also being like totally sex oriented. Like you gotta be careful with what you allow there. So it was like at the front, you walk into the building and there's not much there. It's the Russell Industrial Complex, which if you've been there, is just this giant fucking warehouse.
I drive past it every day. Yeah.
So we have the industrial side of it, right? So there's a couple other portions of it, and there's a couple
hard to find your
floors.
way around there?
No. It's right off Clay.
I got lost to there one time.
It's right off Clay, and then they directed you for parking like actually in the center of the complex.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the complex.
Yep. So they had you parked like there, and then you walk on in, and it's pretty easy. So, I show up with Jackson. Before we went there, we went and got soul food. We went to Beans and Cornbread, and we were the only white people there.
Where's that at? I need to try that out.
Beans and Cornbread's it's up in Northwestern. So we go to Beans and Cornbread.
It's like still in the burbs. It's not in the city.
Yeah, no, it's not in the city at all. Now, Motor City Soul Food is the one you want to go to in the city. That's at 7 Mile. Anyway, so we go to fucking what's the place called? Beans and Cornbread, and we're the only white people there, and it's fucking packed because it's Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We show up, so they set us at the bar. And it's like one of those scenes from a movie where like you walk in and all eyes kind of like, because like us two white guys and Jackson is like the fucking whitest of us all. He's got his head buzzed, and he's wearing this like weird like button up thing with these fucking like Harry Potter glasses, these Harry Potter wireframe glasses, and like me like I'm looking good, feel good. Jackson looks like the fucking like the Unabomber or like some sort of like serial killer, and he walks in like the kind of white people you're afraid of.
Right, exactly.
So anyway, we go in there, we get some soul food, and I'm talking to this old lady who's like interrogating me on what I'm eating, like as if she's surprised that like I like sweet potatoes. Like she's like, what are you ordering? And I'm like catfish, sweet potatoes. She's like,
really?
Yeah.
Austin, do you like sweet potatoes?
Depends.
Disgusting.
I used to dig sweet.
You fucker.
No, I used to eat them a lot.
Yeah.
I burned myself out.
Me too, man. I don't dig them anymore. I'd rather just have potatoes.
Sweet potatoes is the grosser version of potatoes.
But actually, if you've ever had not Bob Evans, if you've ever had Boston Market sweet potatoes, where they just put a shit ton of brown sugar and like marshmallow on it.
Oh, that sounds so good.
No, it's amazing.
I'm literally gagging.
It's amazing. It's so good.
Throw up.
No, it's great. Disgusting. But like yams, like I'm not just gonna eat a fucking yam. Like I can't.
Yams and sweet potatoes are different.
What do you mean they're different?
There's like a slight difference.
Fuck you, they're the same thing. One is smashed and one is in a fucking
bananas and plantains.
I've never had a plantain.
Exactly.
More
There's
importantly,
a difference.
Really?
What's better, sour pickles or sweet pickles?
I don't like pickles.
Sour pickles.
Sour pickles.
Spicy
I
sour
don't like
pickles
in general.
But
I mean, I'll eat sweet pickles, but I won't eat sour pickles.
You guys are getting all off track. Anyway, sweet potatoes are fucking good.
Hurry up your story.
You haven't had soul
food. Dirty show. I don't want to hear about your fucking.
I was excited about. I get excited about the food. Okay.
I don't want to hear about your fucking cornbread.
Cornbread was good. Anyway, should we go to the dirty show? Before we get there, we were stopping at gas. In the gas station, there's this fucking like heavy weed smell. I don't know if you've smelled like heavy wet weed smell.
Never.
Oh god, it was like fucking. It was just weird because it was a gas station. Like the whole gas station just was like, whoa. So anyway, we get the fuck out of there because we're always like, what the fuck? Everybody's eyeing us funny because like I don't know, they must have been doing some sort of weed deal, like whatever you weedy people do. I don't know. So anyway, we get to the dirty show. You walk into the place.
Okay, I'm fucking with the volume, and I think things are going south.
Why are you fucking with the volume?
Because you're fucking screaming, and so the whole thing is
I'm
like
not
off
screaming. It was you guys talking over one another.
Oh.
Literally, you guys talking over one another for 20 minutes. Fuck this.
Fuck this.
I show up there, and the first thing you're greeted with is a fat woman who's wearing, like, a really, really fat woman who's wearing this corset thing, and she's got her boobs, like, on this fucking plate of leather. Right? You know, fat people boobs don't hold shape, so when you fucking put them in like a corset, it's like a flat, it's like, there's just like a long, flat plane of boob. Right? So those fucking massive, flat, goopy jugs are looking at me, and she's moving, it's like a waterbed is jiggling. And I'll go, oh, that kind of show. Like, is that kind of nice? Okay.
You weren't happy to see her?
Oh, no, not her. No, she's fucking gross.
This is like every woman at the Renaissance Festival that
Yes.
you're describing.
Yeah,
exactly.
so fucking gross. So
the fucking titties and the corsets.
We walk in, and then all this, and that's when it's like, it hits me what exactly I'm at.
Yeah.
There's a guy who walks by, and he's holding a leash, and there's a girl that walks by after him who's wearing like just like leather like strips.
Yeah.
Like leather like strips and like with like chains and shit, and she's like got her like a collar on her neck, and it's like the strips are like covering like her vagina and her nipples, and that's about it. And like this like a sexy way up or down her thighs. I go, whoa, you know, oof. The whole night was filled with oofs, both good and bad. Like, oof, gross. I'm like, oof, like, geez, that girl's hot. So. There's a lot of that. So at the front end of the building, they've got the main stage where they're doing burlesque. Burlesque is weird.
I've seen it. It's weird.
Isn't it just like weirder stripping?
It's weirder.
It's like old-timey stripping.
It's
like,
not even classier. No.
It's just old-timey.
It's not even old. It's not old-timey. It's got more of a theatrical aspect to it. So it's like a lot more like interpretive dance sort of shit. Like it's a lot more.
Completely naked, do they?
And they wear pasties and stuff. There were guys doing burlesque though, and they were hilarious.
What did they wear on their wieners?
Okay, so they had a lot of things on their wieners. They had like 3 different sets of underwear, so you could so it was like the guys thing was like they had like boy shorts, and then they would take that off, and it would be like typical Speedo that covered their ass, and then they would take that off,
and they're wearing like a banana.
And it would be like it'd be like this thing where you couldn't see anything on their ass. Like it looked like they had nothing on their hips or their ass, but there was like their dick was in a bag.
Like a jock strap.
Yeah, like a jackstrap thing, but even thinner.
Dynamic?
But even thinner and like decorative, like with like sequins on it and stuff.
Of course.
So fucking we walk in and Chris Harder's on the stage.
Who?
Chris Harder.
Who the fuck is that?
Chris Harder is one of the burlesque dancers, and he is fucking killing it.
How is
he's
the
being
fuck
the
is
pizza.
that?
He's doing like a pizza boy act where he's like spinning a pizza and then like ripping his clothes off and like really fucking good at it. And eventually he gets on his he does like a head. Eventually he goes like a head. He does a headstand and he's fucking twerking with his like and his ass cheeks are just going all over the place on his head. I have never seen something so like acrobatic and awesome. Like. If I could, I would definitely be like a Chippendales like male burlesque dancer because that looked like a lot of fun. The guy was hilarious with it. Eventually, he came on again later and was doing like the car wash, and he had a bucket, and he like laid down on the bucket with his like dick and balls in the bucket,
What?
and then spun around like around the bucket like a Superman type position, like 4 or 5 times, and I was like, oh my, this is a crazy thing. So the burlesque thing's going on, and it's great. And then
the fuck is Chris Hart?
Chris Harder is the dancer. I went over this already, you fucker.
Did you just look up his name?
No, they like announced to the stage, Chris Harder. Like they had like a woman who came out and announced the next acts.
Continue.
Right? So then I start looking around. Now there's a woman. There's cages all throughout the building.
Yeah.
There's these cages where they've got like a pole in the center, and then they've got like bars to hang off of on the top, and then they're caged in, and they've got strippers in the cages. Now they're not taking their clothes off any further. They have like their sexy outfits on, and that's what they're doing. And
It's like a 70s disco.
I don't know. It's
more dungeony.
It's more dungeony. It's more BDSM than that.
Gotcha.
And like there's some guys in there, and there's some transvestites in there. It's like fucking weird shit going on.
Chicks with dicks.
Lots. I've never seen so many chicks with dicks in one room. Oh my god.
You know
So
what would
anyway-
be the most intimidating thing of all time? To see a chick with like a dick, and that dick is like huge. Like it's so much. That chick has like twice the dick that I do.
So we
Okay.
walk the floor, and there's art all over the walls, and the art is mostly like photography, and then like a bunch of other stuff, and it's all sexually oriented. So it's like there's one that's like a picture of a guy like sucking his own dick. There's Catwoman with a cum shot on her mouth. There's like a big giant mask. There's a whole bunch of, and the art is really good.
Yeah,
It's good art.
Yeah.
It's really good, but it's just all dicks and vaginas. It's great. So you make it to the back, and that's where they've got some of like the food and some other things, and they also have like a BDSM like workshop sort of thing where they've got like this tripod looking thing with a bunch of carabiners and hooks on it, and there's a guy there who's like the fucking creepiest looking guy. He's wearing like a wife beater and like dress slacks, and he just looks really skeezy, like he's an ex-heroin addict, and he's got this little petite gorgeous girl in a black dress, and he starts tying her up. He ties her arms behind her back, and we're watching this, and I'm going like, oh my god, there's a crowd that's starting to draw. So they start tying.
This is just some dude like hanging out. Okay.
No. This is like part of they got it roped off. This
Okay.
is like
Gotcha.
a performance sort of thing. They had different people getting hung up and like tied up like throughout the night. But
Right.
this girl was the hottest of the bunch. This was really fucking like hot. Like I'm telling you, like, I walked in on this, and like I'm with Jackson and like a group of other people, but I'm like, oh. So he ties her up, and then
What's it
he
feel like
picks
to
her
be in a
legs.
room with like 50 different guys that all have boners?
Have you been to a strip club?
You'd be surprised because it was more women than men. There was more women.
Chicks
than,
are more open about that sort of thing.
There
What
was
did
way.
it smell like?
It didn't smell like anything in particular.
Leather.
Yeah, no, it didn't smell
Leather
bad
and
at all. But, so there's the girl gets they tie her they like loop her legs in, and he pulls, and she fucking gets pulled off her feet and is now hanging like that, like sideways. And you get to see, and like her dress comes up, and you can see all of her shit like hanging out, and you're going, oh my fucking god. Then he ties the thing. You're like going like he's like pulling on her hair, so you think he's gonna like tie something to her hair. And that wasn't it. He ties like these fucking ropes, like from the tie that goes going around her chest, like down through her crotch, and is pulling it like up like through like slitting on her vagina,
Like
right?
the most uncomfortable
Like the
thong
most
of all
uncomfortable thing
time.
ever. And then he pulls out the fucking. He's got like a Hitachi. I'm going, no fucking way is he gonna be doing this
What
right
do you mean
now.
a Hitachi? Like
Like
the
a-
person
I
on
don't
the
The
know.
side?
vibrator, like the giant
Yeah.
vibrator. I go, no fucking way. But it's on a cord. The cord isn't reaching.
Yeah.
And get really creative. I thought this was creative and like really hot too. He pulls the Hitachi and he puts it on the fucking cord that's on her
Oh,
vagina.
that's
so instead of like
interesting.
touching it to like actual vagina, she touches it to these cords and is like fucking. And she is like, oh,
She's loving it.
she's loving it, dude. She's so loving it. None of the other acts got that far. Like none of the other like people getting tied up.
No
made
actual orgasms were
made
witnessed
it-
aside from that one.
made it that far. Like nobody else pulled a Hitachi out. Everybody else was like looked kind of scared about the whole experience. She was into it. He was into it. It was fucking creepy and hot.
Are there like rules? Like, is there
I
like
don't
a
know.
certain line you can't cross?
I don't know.
We didn't read up.
There
on
probably
this.
is.
There was other. Then,
Like,
okay,
it's
so
just
this is
legal.
like the BDSM sign of the side of it. So
Yeah.
next to them is the people who are whipping each other.
Oh.
So they've got like these girls in like little Catholic school outfits, and they're ugly. They're like big fat bitches. And these guys that have like cat o' nine whips and are whipping the shit out of them, like
What the hell?
crack, whoo, crack. And I'm like going like, I'm so scared. And then one of the guys,
I'd be
we
scared too.
So then what they,
I'm
like,
just picturing
this
some
guy,
fat bitch squeezed into
Oh
some
my God,
schoolgirl
you don't
outfit.
even know.
Wow.
One drunk guy is like, ha 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 ha. So they call him up.
Oh no.
And he's like, I'll do it, yeah. He pulls down his pants, rolls his ass. They whip him once, and the dude fucking jumps so high, and fucking ran away and pulls his shit up. The guy's chasing after him, whips him again, gets him on his hands as he's running away. I'm going, holy fuck.
Is this
I-
like assault?
I am not.
Yeah,
I'm not
Jesus.
standing around here because I
Yeah.
don't want to get whipped.
Right.
So we leave that. I take this break to go out and smoke. I smoke out in the back.
Yeah, you need a
I
cigarette
meet
for
Jerry
that.
Vile, who's the guy who runs the thing. I met him before, but briefly at
How the fuck did you meet him before?
Marshall's grad party.
Wait a minute. Who?
You don't remember him. Don't.
This is a John Waters thing, though.
No, it's not John Waters. John Waters visits, has been there before, but it's Jerry Vile's
Okay.
art show. So I meet Jerry. I talk to him. He's like the guy is like he's always on acid. He's just got this like faraway stare and doesn't talk and is just fucking like he like makes like gestures like he's gonna say something, but then like nothing comes out.
It's just incoherent mumble.
So we go back inside and we walk through like where the food is at. And where the food's at, who do I run into but Ginny and Michael.
No shit.
Ginny and Michael, and they're running the Sushi Bar. Now, what's the Sushi Bar? They got naked girls that they have laid out, and they're serving sushi off the naked girls.
That's awesome.
So fucking awesome.
Off the
and
skin.
What's that?
Off their skin.
Yes.
I feel like that's against the law.
But no, they've got. What they have is they have like some sort of leaf thing that they lay out, and then they put the sushi on top of the leaf thing.
All right.
So it was pretty. The girl they had laying out was really hot. So they're serving it, and I go, Ginny! Ginny comes around, she hugs me, she kisses me, I get a boner because of it. Ginny is
that made you get a boner.
Bear in mind,
Ginny is so fucking hot.
I agree completely, but bear in mind, Ginny's like coming up on 50.
Doesn't matter.
This lady is fucking banging. I mean,
gorgeous. You have no
good.
idea. You have no idea.
I thought you were talking about like a teenager.
No.
Wait, who is this?
Ginny. Okay, so Ginny and Michael are friends of mine because they're Marshall's godbrother's parents.
Yeah.
They're also like
Godbrother? What the fuck is a godbrother?
Exactly what you think it is. Okay, so if you have a child, right, and
then you die,
you choose me to be your godfather.
Oh, it's your
and
kid.
you die.
I didn't know that was an actual.
My kid would be your kid's godbrother.
Right.
Okay,
Understand?
I got you.
Okay. So, anyway, they're there, and it makes me much more comfortable about being there now because now it's like I know people. I'm like my guard is down.
Yeah.
We then go in to see the Cinerotic Film Fest, which they've got going on.
Is it just porn?
Some of it, yes.
Okay.
Like we watched 2 films. We watched one which is called G. William, which is about. Have you ever seen the video for Too Many Cooks?
Yeah.
Adult Swim.
Yeah.
So the serial killer in Too Many Cooks is the main character.
Ew.
And he goes to a bar and he sees on the wall like, for a good time, like go out back. So
Yeah,
he goes
yeah.
out back and some little gremlin thing sucks his dick. And it's the most disgusting fucking thing. It's really gross. And like, oh! And he like fucking comes and it's like gurgling out of the gremlin's nose and shit.
Ew.
And then the gremlin's like, you like that? And like takes the gremlin like has a number and like shoves it in the guy's like pocket. So the guy goes home to his like the next scene is him in like his hotel room. Like same guy from Too Many Cooks. He's got like a
Bald patch.
No, he's got like a
turban,
like a turban sort of thing with a towel and like a robe on.
Oh,
He's like,
okay,
cuddled up,
yeah.
like he's like it was like hurt, but like kind of in love.
Yeah.
And he pulls
what?
he's looking at the number and the telephone, and he calls the number, and that like and roll credits. It was really funny. The next one was like porn.
Yeah.
It was just porn. It was porn, but with a twist. It was like a silent movie
like
type porn.
painting with the twist?
It was like a silent movie, where it was like Charlie Chaplin kind of porn, right? Where it's like, and it was based on Alice in Wonderland. It was really kind of uncomfortable. Most of the people left that one because it was weird.
You're just watching porn
It was
with
just
like
watching
a bunch of strangers.
like watching bad porn.
Yeah.
With like BBWs. It was weird.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, I know. So we leave that.
No
and then,
offense to any big
Yeah.
ladies, yeah.
Anyway, so we leave that, and that's when Shanti shows up. So she texts me like, "Yo, we're here."
Oh, she was there?
Shanti shows up.
Woo!
Shanti is my coworker, and she's really,
Oh
really
yeah,
hot.
you sent me a Snapchat
Yeah.
of her.
Yeah.
She was there randomly.
She wasn't there randomly. I invited her. So
As you do with your coworkers.
I was like, "Yeah, you want to come to this?"
I
thing?"
actually almost went with a couple of the...
Oh my god! So
Girls.
she's.
Oh,
Well, you're not
man.
21, so you wouldn't have made it in.
Oh, fuck. I didn't
So-
know that was a stipulation.
Yeah. So Shanti comes, and Shanti is wearing these like fucking like 6-inch heels. She's wearing these like straight up hooker heels.
Yeah.
She's got these sexy skin tight ripped jeans on, like a half shirt sort of thing where she's like that like a tube top sort of shirt thing, right? And then like a half jacket sort of thing on top of that that's see through. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She comes in, she's looking so hot. So we get her in because we got her tickets, and I start walking the floor with her, and she's like a good Christian girl, so she's got some problems with some of this, but some of it she's really, like the BDSM stuff she was really into. So I'm like,
Okay, yeah, good Christian
like
girl, but
parading-
she loves the
I'm
shit
like
being
parading
beaten
her
out of
around and like,
Yeah.
Shanti, you need some drinks. Shanti, let's get some drinks in you. Like, feeding Shanti drinks.
Yeah, you try to get me drunk all the time.
Feeding Shanti drinks. And then we go to, we meet up with Ginny again, and Ginny looks at me and looks at Shanti, and looks at me and looks at Shanti and goes, Shanti, this is Is this Ginny? Is this
Yeah.
Like showing off, but it didn't go anywhere. But it was just fun. It was all in all a fun time. I saw a midget stripper. It was great. She had weird hip bones and weird arm bones. Like her arms were like locked at like a 90-degree angle.
What's the politically correct term?
Little people. Aidan.
Well, no, but she went by Cat the Midget.
Oh, she has no
Like
problem
her stage
with the
name
derogatory term.
was
Yeah.
Cat the Midget, right?
Of course.
And she had some weird hip bones where it was like she had like a big ass and big thighs, but then a weird fucking it looks like a fucking baseball coming off on either side of her hips. Just really perfectly round ball coming off her hip. Like, on both sides. Really fucking weird. Like, again, I feel like she had some sort of other disfigurement going on because her arms were, at a weird angle. She was having trouble taking her clothes off. She would take her pants off and she about slipped and fell. It would have been a short fall, but don't worry about it. It was hot. I liked it.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, sounds sexy.
I mean, besides the fact that her arms and legs are fucked up, her torso was looking good.
Maybe she installed ball joints in her legs so she could strip better.
Maybe, I don't know.
God, you have fucking problems.
But it was fucking really hot. They had trapeze bitches hanging from the ceiling. They took shifts and they were up there.
Trapeze bitches.
Trapeze bitches, yeah, the bitches that climb up on when they hang
Yeah.
Why do you refer to all women as bitches?
I don't know. I caught myself doing that at work today, and I had to apologize to somebody.
Yes,
it was
seriously,
bad.
why? It's a bad habit.
Well, it's not.
I don't know.
It's. I'm using it in this sense because they're, the nature of it is. I feel like it's okay to call them trapeze bitches, because they're not there for any other reason than to be sexualized.
Yeah.
In that setting,
Which is
that is
weird
what they're
that
there for.
exactly. Which is weird that dude. Oh my god.
They signed up for it though.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
It's like the difference between burlesque and stripping. Is burlesque is an empowering thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Where stripping is an objectifying thing.
I met a stripper once.
There's a fine line, and I think that in this setting, it's it's okay.
I know, but I met a stripper once, and I was talking to her for a little while. She was from New Hudson or something, and
Great place.
she was actually really cute, which was weird. But and she was talking about how she lived with her folks still. She's our age. And she worked there on the weekends, right? So she worked at Target or some fucking shit during the week, and she stripped on the weekends. Apparently at a nice place, according to her. I'd never looked it up, and she just said, I honestly the pay, is nice, but at the same time I do it because it makes me feel good. I really like doing. I was like, doesn't it bug you that you just get oogled and harassed by dudes all weekend? She goes, well, that's just kind of part of it. But
up to be a stripper, obviously, you're gonna know that people are gonna be looking at you naked.
It made her feel good, man.
Who would get pissed off about that?
Well, it wasn't a fully nude place or whatever. It was one of the actual strip clubs.
Stripper.
Yeah. Wait, really?
No.
Yeah, Marilyn. She's hot.
Oh,
Showed me a picture of her ass today. It was good. She sent me a picture and it was it said a caption. It was on Snapchat and the caption was booty, and I sent one back that was me making that yum face.
Booty is so fine.
No, it was just said groceries.
Oh, I eat that booty like groceries.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I feel like it's time for okay.
You need to get Laura
Good
introduced.
story,
damn it.
exactly. So I gave Laura the introduction. Let's give a little bit of background before she starts talking. So, Laura dated a friend of ours for a year or some shit. I don't remember how long. And she's cool people, so occasionally we still see her, even though they're not a number anymore, an item or whatever the fuck. And so once we met up with, once we got to see her again, it was a while before we saw her, she had some interesting stories to tell us. So we figured we'd have her on as a guest because, I don't know, I feel like every guest that we have on this fucking podcast.
We haven't had one.
I know, but feel like from.
Maybe Brody? Maybe kind of counts.
But that was the previous group therapy podcast. This is the
one?
rebirth thing, yeah.
I mean, we had Brody on last week on the phone.
On the
That's what
phone.
I'm saying.
Oh,
That's what I mean.
I thought you meant when he actually was on way a long time ago. But no, I feel like every guest we should should have a story. So because there's a reason. So Laura, how are you?
I am great.
You're
Thank
great.
you for that introduction.
Okay, I know I'm kind of lacking. I was trying to think of a segue on the spot into a story, but I'm drawing a blank here. So tell our imaginary listeners a little bit about yourself.
So basically tell Darian.
Exactly.
Well,
if she listens, I think you're just the
I
only one to
listen.
listen. Yeah.
I listen. How many SoundCloud views do you have now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Five.
check.
I
don't
think
check
on the
any of
first
that.
one we have 30, and then
But that one got deleted, so we don't even have that anymore.
exactly
SoundCloud has a 4-hour limit, so we'll have
3-hour limit. Yeah,
3
so it
hour
just started deleting our ones once we hit 3 episodes.
Oh.
So we need to find something else to do quick. But
Not really. I mean, like, this is the professional cast.
what?
I mean, we're just so professional on top of our shit here.
Right, exactly. I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay. I have no clue what you're saying. No more whiskey. Stop. No, stop.
I don't really
stop.
know where to start.
Okay, that's
with...
good. Yeah, yum. Okay, we're good.
I'm gonna help you segue into this.
Yeah, because I really don't know where to start. There's a lot to say. I don't.
We need to give some more background information.
Go for it.
Background information. I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on.
Aidan really knows a lot. Aidan really knows a lot about me because I see Aidan once in a while. So
You've always been a bit of an enigma to me.
We were hanging out for
Thank
we were hanging out.
No
every
offense.
so
I
often
have never understood you.
thank you.
Well, more like I just haven't spent much time.
I feel like me and Laura have an understanding because we have a similar emotional personality.
What?
I don't know.
What does that even
We
mean?
don't like to tell. We don't like to like. I don't know. Like we don't like. talking about our
Introverts.
emotions.
You are introverts.
I mean, I'm speaking for you right now.
No, I mean, we don't really talk about our emotions. We don't get too serious with it. We just,
You guys are kindred spirits. It's okay.
do what we need to do, and we, hang out for a few hours, and that's it.
Get a little closer to the mic.
Shut the
Or
fuck
just
up.
speak up. I'm just looking and seeing like, okay, every time one of us
closer.
talks, it's like bah bah bah, and then
No,
Just
but
You're
stop
soft-spoken.
screaming.
Justin,
Okay.
fine, okay, stop
So
screaming.
you haven't seen Laura in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a really, really long time.
It's been
it's been like
a
How
year.
long has it been?
a year and a half, something like that.
Jeez. Like,
But yeah, probably about that.
but I mean, you and Andrew. Did
Whenever Andrew got on probation, that's my like.
Oh wow, yeah, that's been more than a year then. That's been like.
When Andrew went on probation,
Pretty
That's
much.
been,
Like,
like,
you guys broke up
over-
like right after that.
well, I think he was put on probation in like July of 2014, and we broke up February 2015.
Okay, so it was February 2015.
Yes.
February 2015 was the last time I saw you. It was probably actually before
It's
then.
been about
too.
a year, yeah.
So I before then too, because like I wasn't really spending much time with Andrew at that point
Right,
in
yeah.
his life, and still to this now I don't really spend too much time with him. But that was the last time I saw you.
Yeah. Irrelevant.
I was kind of sad because I like you. You're nice people.
Thank
You're
you.
fun.
I'm here now. That's all that matters.
You came over to my place the other night. And fucking. Here's the problem. We're gonna get away from Laura for a second.
You can't help yourself.
I can't. I'm sorry,
You just-
but so
Let's talk about Steven.
I was supposed to have a girl over that night, and she bailed at like the last second. So I invited Aidan over, and then Aidan came over, and we were bored and like drinking. So we invited Steven, our friend Steven, over, and then Laura over to like prep for the podcast. But then by the time she got there, we were drunk, and that didn't happen. So it just turned into, and my problem is this, is if like I'm drinking and not really doing much, I pay attention to how much I drink. But at the same time, like if there's a bunch of people around, I drink way too much. So yeah, it was good. That was the first time we'd really gotten to like shoot the shit in a long time.
I remember you were really funny.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I was like, I remember you being like funny and cool, but then not spending much time with you. Yeah.
So it's in the years, not multiple, in the year of abstinence that you've been
Abstinence?
Abstinence.
Is that a mixture of
Not exactly.
Definitely
Not
wasn't a year of abstinence, let me tell you that.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Well, look at that unintentional segue. How about that? How about them apples? But so in your year of absence from, okay, yeah, I need to. You're right, more drinks.
Justin, get him on deck.
In the year, what?
All right,
In the
I'll
year-
keep
okay,
this.
in the year of
Shut
absence.
the fuck up, Austin.
Oh my god, go
I'll
fuck
turn it into
yourself.
something new, like, in the year of absence, it wasn't a year of abstinence.
Ayo.
In
Ba-bing.
fact, complete the opposite.
Ah,
I'm not gonna lie, I hoed around a little bit.
That's okay.
I
You gotta
hoed
do
around a
that.
lot.
that's fine.
You gotta do that.
Because, I, broke up with a long-term boyfriend, and I had to explore
Via dicks.
via Tinder.
Ah,
Yeah, via Tinder. That's what I'm doing right
Tinder
now.
is bad.
What?
I've
I'm
always
loving
had
it.
fun with it.
Tinder, I mean, it's very effective. Too effective.
If
one
you're a
might say.
girl, maybe.
And I think that, I don't regret any of it. I think that it all was fun.
Mm-hmm.
All fun and games. But it was too enabling.
Yeah, I can see that.
Too enabling for a girl.
Yeah, because if you didn't have Tinder, like,
None of this would happen.
yeah, like,
Like, I should also say like
it makes it too easy. I feel
Well,
like to just
Well, hold on.
I mean, not
Fuck people.
for certain people. But
Yeah, for certain. Let's hit the playing field a little bit more evenly. Okay. I'm on Tinder.
Yes.
People are not crawling out of the woodwork. To talk to me.
Exactly. Yeah, I had the same experience.
Laura, you're hot. Like you gotta know that.
Yeah, you have to take this whole experience you've had with a grain of salt.
To listeners, like she's really hot. Like
So, like, at the same time, if you're a girl and you're attractive, like, it's gonna be a vastly different experience than
But
if you're like
Laura,
an average dude.
But the thing, I've had girls tell me that it's not easier. They've completely denied the fact. They completely denied the fact that it is easy for them. But
Well, then they're
Laura
full of shit.
acknowledges
They're
that.
full of shit. I'm sorry.
No, it's easy. I'm not going to lie. It's at this point, it's kind of just like sifting through the matches to find people I want to fuck. Which, at a certain point, the standards weren't too high. But side note, between
Jesus Christ.
between Tinder and OkCupid, because I've been on both, I've had two different experiences. I definitely use Tinder way more because that's where you're gonna find the.
Because OkCupid's like
it's bottom of the barrel.
OkCupid gets more serious,
And it's weird.
and
Yeah.
it's
Every
a
girl
lot
on
of
there-
weird people.
Every girl on there is pansexual, pan this, pan that. It's fucking.
Because they're fucking nuts.
Well,
yeah, dude.
yeah. I think like Tinder is like people are less shy to get Tinder, even though it is kind of a form of like online dating. Not really gonna call it dating because it's more like online fucking. But
you.
I've had different
I
experiences.
think people are too embarrassed to get OkCupid because that's like crossing a line where it's
It
like
is.
okay,
I kind of agree
I've got
with you, yeah.
OKC.
yeah,
You are?
but
Yeah.
you know
Totally.
it's different. Like someone has a Tinder, you're just like okay, that's kind of funny. When someone has an OkCupid, you're like oh, you're actually like.
a lot of people have
You're
Tinder.
actively
Trying.
pursuing and like
Yeah.
yeah, significant other, yeah.
But regardless, I think that like OkCupid had two different experiences on there. One was extremely positive. One was the worst thing ever. Crazy person.
What kind of crazy?
Like definitely killed a man. Crazy.
Oh.
Did you meet him?
Yeah.
Like in person?
At a motel.
Oh. You met him at the motel?
Yeah.
You guys didn't even do anything before the motel?
No.
Wow. Why
did you
can't I find more people like her on Tinder?
How did you
I'm
set that up?
serious.
Just through OkCupid.
What? No. Like how does that conversation go?
How does that build up to let's get a motel and
I couldn't
meet
tell
in the
you.
hood?
Like I honestly don't even remember. It was a motel in Pontiac,
Oh, that's good.
and it was not the classiest thing I've ever done.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
You followed
No.
through with it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
right on, trooper.
And it was really gross. And
Was he gross, or was it just
No,
the environment? Was it just the
both,
whole
both.
situation?
both, he was really gross too, and it was just like that was the lowest standards I ever had.
Was he like fat or?
Yeah, I was fat, really sweaty.
What's the age range here?
53.
No, he was like 27 or 28.
27, 28, and like
Yeah.
fat and.
He wasn't.
He was chubby.
Yeah, he was chubby.
Why
I've
the
seen
motel? Is
guy.
it like does he live with his parents or something?
He was actually like homeless,
Oh, that's good.
but not like homeless, like couch surfing.
Oh, that's still
Okay,
homeless.
so he's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So he's like artsy kind of.
Kind of. No, he was just disgusting. But yeah, that he was into some like other weird fetish stuff that I was just told him straight up like not interested.
Like what? Like what? Come on.
Like hitting girls and stuff.
Ah, this
Oh, fuck
this
that.
took a dark
And-
turn.
Oh,
Oh
fuck that
no.
shit.
Yeah, like I don't really fuck with that, so that was not for me. But yeah, so OkCupid, that's where I found him,
Ew.
and I didn't really go back after that
Yeah.
because
What about the good experience? How was that?
the good experience is actually someone I'm seeing currently.
Oh, you meant? I thought. Okay, yeah. that
Still
makes sense.
seeing him?
Yeah, and we went to a concert together. Didn't fuck on the first date, which is always a good
Proud of
accomplishment.
you.
And yeah, I'm still.
Was it
seeing
like
him now.
was that for like lack of trying, or was it like it was a conscious decision? Not to
I
fuck
don't
on the
know.
first
We
date?
went to a concert together and we didn't even like touch each other at all. We just, went to the concert, went out to eat after, drove around for like 5 hours,
Oh,
talked,
okay.
and like.
Honestly, I mean, my opinion on this.
Sounds like a
Sorry.
normal first
No,
date.
continue.
I think that like he was somebody who wasn't just looking for sex, whereas everybody
Yeah,
else
yeah,
was
yeah.
just looking for sex.
I think
so, like,
so, too.
He didn't like expect anything from you,
Because I
at all,
probably would have put
which is a
out.
good thing. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm
I
sure.
probably would have fucked.
Like,
him.
I'm sure, like, if
Right
he
on.
expected it and, like, tried, but he didn't go into that expecting it, so.
Actually, at one point at the very end, it was like 5 a.m. I was super tired and I had to drive home from Royal. Can he said I could come over to his house to sleep there if I was tired. But the only reason I didn't is because my vagina was so sweaty that I was too embarrassed.
Wait. Sweaty or wet?
Sweaty. Like
there a difference?
it was hot that day. And I was
Okay.
wearing a sweater and I
You
was
could have
wearing
just told him, like, hey, don't eat that. Like,
no, like it would have been I didn't like that was gonna be his
Unsafe for consumption. Yeah.
that was gonna be his first impression and I did not want to leave it like that. Like that was bad. Like
That's
to the
funny.
point I was wearing these like metallic silver leggings
yeah.
and I
They don't breathe very well.
Oh, they don't breathe very well. And I went to the Dunkin' Donuts bathroom and I
it's, like,
looked
wet
in the mirror.
through?
I looked in the mirror and there was a spot.
Oh.
I was like, holy
Oh,
shit! Like it
Jesus.
looks like I pissed my pants.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that's-
everybody's done that. It's okay.
And so I'm in the Dunkin' Donuts bathroom. I put it up to the air dryer and just tried to dry it off a little bit.
Like
but,
our Duncan?
yeah.
Nice.
But anyways, it just wasn't gonna happen because
Yeah.
It's probably a good.
What you're describing sounds like a normal first date to me.
which doesn't usually happen to me, unfortunately. Like
That does sound like a very normal.
Yeah, it
first
sounds like a great first date actually. Like
a
that means
lot
things
of
went
my
well.
first dates have involved like having sex,
Yeah,
but they've
I mean,
been
like-
Tinder dates. So
Yeah, but,
Now I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So how did those interactions go on Tinder leading up to you meeting up with the dude?
Yeah, give me their
Like,
tips. Like, I
exactly.
wanna
How
fucking
can
know.
I like meet random chicks on?
I don't know. I feel like I was pretty easy to work with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it was kind of like flirting, like slipping some pictures, and on my end, not your end. And I kind of was asking for it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, most of the time I wouldn't message people first, except for there were like a few times where I messaged people first.
Because they had like a six pack and you're like, oh.
No, in fact, we actually talked about this the other night.
Yeah, Laura doesn't.
I'm not-
Laura does not like muscular guys.
I'm not really into the muscular thing. I mean, there's one guy that I've been with that he was like ex-military, like super buff and like.
Wait, you pulled up like a lot of names. Like, what's the number we're looking at? What's
We
your
talked about
number?
this the other night too, but
Then I think it's like 17 or 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I'm at like 5.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like 10 of them were probably in the last year.
Are there any like repeat customers?
Oh
No,
yeah.
I shouldn't say customers, but like repeat
yeah.
people.
I would say only 2 of them were one time. The rest were like I would regularly see them for months and months and months.
Oh, so you're just like fucking
Yeah.
right on, dude.
and
Yeah.
that's how the other stuff happens.
Yeah.
Because of that.
So
What?
that's where we're getting
We're working
here.
toward this.
What
Yeah,
are we
we're
working
working
towards?
towards
We're
it.
building.
Because when you sign up for Tinder, you definitely sign up for STDs.
I've been on Tinder for a
No.
while. I'm pretty sure I haven't contracted
You
anything.
didn't even tell them this? This is so exciting.
No, this is a surprise. Yeah, drink up. You're gonna.
I
You want some more?
Yeah.
Dude, I
Here's
work.
some more.
I
Where's
work with
the
this
fucking
chick.
liquor?
I work with this chick. Look at this.
You're
Here's
on
your
Tinder
pop.
now.
Do you
Yeah,
want
I'm on
ice,
Tinder.
Laura?
I'm on Tinder right now. Look at
Laura,
this.
Do you want
No, I
ice?
just want Pepsi.
Okay, I'll get another. Yeah. Don't. Okay, I mean you can give me
Thank
yours.
you.
I was gonna get another can. Whatever.
I don't know how much you want.
So, hold on. Let me pour this, and then we'll talk.
Want some more Pepsi or no?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Tell me.
That's good.
Cool.
All right.
Wait, is this my whiskey?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'll buy you another
I'm
one. Get over
thirsty.
it.
It's for the podcast. Remember.
Okay, I'm
Here,
done after
here,
that.
Here.
No, that's this. No, I don't need any more. I'm good.
No,
It's
Austin.
fine.
Austin doesn't need any more.
I drink
Okay,
too
anyways.
fucking much.
Okay. So I'm trying to think of a creative way to say this because it's
Segue
pretty.
into
Just throw it out there. Come on.
Well, okay. Well, let's pull it back a little bit. Like a year ago, I got chlamydia.
Don't. It's actually the number of people that I've asked about it that have gotten chlamydia really does surprise me.
Oh,
Like,
it's
I
a
know-
big
it's-
thing.
I know a
Yes.
lot of people that
It's
have
a
had
big thing.
chlamydia. Yeah.
Like I think
What is a chlamydia? Because I don't.
a
I,
chlamydia,
What is
a chlamydia is
What
an
is it?
STD.
okay, what does
And
it do?
I don't know because I've never had symptoms.
But you've
because-
had it.
I know, but most of the
Well,
time,
don't you like fucking Google it at least?
but like okay, so typically weird discharge,
I can
uncomfortable.
explain
I
this.
don't know.
I've researched.
Is it like a
It's
bacterial
called
infection?
the clap. Is a
We got the
Yes,
clap.
it's basically just like a bacterial infection, like pus and stuff.
Yeah.
And they call it the clap because actually back in the day when usually guys experience more
I remember
symptoms,
this.
they put their dick in between two rocks and just slam it, and it makes a clapping noise, and everything just
Squeezes out.
squirts out.
Oh, so it's like a big zit.
There's
Not-
pus and stuff
like,
involved,
yeah.
but it's not like that.
That's probably not a really effective
No,
way.
I don't think so. I don't
'Cause
know.
it's
I don't know how it
bacteria.
works. I mean, they don't do that
so
anymore.
So you did
how did
nothing but
how did
smash
you
your
find out
dick,
that you
yeah.
had the clap?
Because okay, so like I got to a certain point last year where I was like, kind of spiraled out of control. I was regularly fucking like 5 different people plus a few new ones here and there, and I kind of realized like
Safe
I'm
thing
over
to
my
do.
head.
Yeah.
And so that's when I actually started seeing a sex therapist. And
Oh, it went that far?
yeah, because I'm like, okay, well, I'm kind of over my head now, need some outside help. It sounds really depressing, but in fact, it was super
Well,
helpful.
at least you would like.
So
admit that
did you like go to your parents and be like, I need to find a sex therapist, or was
No.
this your work?
This is my work.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I think that like at that point my therapist was like, all right, you fucked this many people, you need to get tested.
Yeah.
So I went and got
I
tested.
imagine anybody who sees a sex therapist, like the
Exactly.
first thing they're gonna say is like, you need to get tested.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have even gotten tested otherwise because I didn't have any symptoms or any reason to believe that I did have anything. And
I remember me and you were talking at this point,
yeah,
and I was just like, you were giving me the updates, like what was going on with this stuff.
yeah.
Oh god, like the
And-
fucking ticker tape you're reading.
Yeah,
it,
so
like,
I went in, got full STD testing, and then found out I had chlamydia, and I remember I think I
You either
called
called
you.
me, yeah, I think you
called
called
you.
me, yeah.
I think you were the first person I called.
were you like shocked?
I feel special.
No, I mean honestly, that's like kind of the best case scenario
Is
out
the
of
clap?
STDs. I mean,
Either, yeah, if you're gonna have one, you might as well have
it's
one. that doesn't
really
have any
easy to
symptoms.
treat. It was one pill I took, and it was gone.
Just one time?
Yeah.
One time.
One pill, one time?
Yep.
I feel like they should sell it like over the counter because it's probably like
Is it like an antibiotic?
yeah, it's like
Okay.
an antibiotic.
It's a one-time
And,
antibiotic.
so yeah, I got cleaned up and everything, and went on my way. But that slowed me down a little bit. I think at that point I was like, all right, this is like a real thing. STDs.
We'll take it down to
happen.
3 instead of 5.
And I mean, it slowed me down a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of stopped using Tinder probably like around August last year. That's probably around the same time I got an STD.
And I felt kind of bad because I'm pretty sure we were out on Brody's boat one night and we called you and we're like, hey, because we were all drunk. We're
Yeah.
like, hey, get out to your dock. We'll come pick you up because you live on his lake. And we picked you up and you started telling us about this and about how like you stopped using Tinder and it was a big deal to you. And everybody just made fun of you because we thought it was ridiculous. But at the same time, then you told me about it like later that no, this is actually a big deal for me. And I felt terrible about it.
No, I mean, I'm not sensitive about it. I really am not.
I kept hearing stuff about it, but like I was just like, fuck it. That's not like Laura's cool. Like, that's not. It's all bullshit. She's right. She's fine. Like, she's funny.
I mean, mental issues aside, I'm not sensitive about it. I think that, like, if anything, it's fun to joke about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty hilarious, the details. So
Did you have a pussy?
No, I didn't.
Say that 10 times
I had
fast.
no
Fuck.
reason. I had no reason to think that I
Was
had
it,
an
like,
STD.
sore?
No, nothing. Like, absolutely nothing.
Did you have somebody mow down on your clap pussy?
Probably.
Oh, fuck.
Probably.
Can they get the clap in their mouth?
Apparently, it can be transmitted orally, but there's not like it's like a lower chance.
Okay.
But
yeah. Because there's a lot of like the saliva like helps to fight that off.
Dude, just like Howard Stern over
no, but like I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long I had it for. I could have had it for months. I could have had it for a year.
Yeah.
Like I would not have known. So
Hey, you could have had it since, we already talked about this. You could have had it since Andrew. Like,
Yeah.
maybe Andrew had it for some reason. I
mean,
don't know.
odds are no, he doesn't.
Odds are probably not, but.
Odds are it's probably that guy from the motel.
Fuck you, guy from motel. Fuck you
Yeah.
in the ass
And
with a clap dick.
yeah, pretty much.
Get
'Cause
clap
he
in your
probably
ass.
still has one. The worst part.
Ass.
No, he actually did get tested because that's the next point I'm
Did
getting
he have
to.
it?
Like,
Did you like tell people like, hey, I got the COVID?
that was the hardest part. Was
Why
telling
did you?
people.
Why?
Because I
It's a
felt like it was my
disease.
responsibility,
Yeah, Jesus.
and I think that like there were people that I still wanted to sleep with after this.
Oh, so you wanted to like make sure that like, hey,
It's because I didn't want to get it again.
yeah.
So I told people about it, and that was really difficult. I was really embarrassed, but and I also think that like some people took it well. Some people were like, "Thanks for telling me," like, and then some people were like, I mean, I think only one person was like name calling, like blaming it on me, but I'm just like, I'm trying to help you out,
Hey, yo,
bro.
motherfucker, Magic Johnson's got AIDS. Like,
The
it's
thing
okay.
about that is
Like, cool people
like,
get it.
name calling, like, he had unprotected
Yeah, like
sex with
it's a
you, like,
50-50 blame.
yeah, like
blame
seriously,
sesh.
like
Yeah.
no, like if somebody told me, like I'd be like, oh, thanks for telling me, like thanks
Like,
for
yeah.
having the decency to actually own up to that, like thank
You
you,
fucking slut!
like thanks, honestly, like
I don't think I could actually say that to somebody who like I know. Like I could talk about like
because
like-
there's plenty of people out there who would not say anything, and you'd go the rest of your life infecting.
Which
tons
is
of
why
people.
people have it.
Exactly.
I just don't like once I meet somebody, it's hard for me to like be mean like that. Be like that fucking insidiously mean.
True, but some of these like I'm not even really gonna call them relationships. Some of these like
Steady pumps.
situations
Escapades.
that I had with people were super impersonal. Like kind
We
of
call
like
them, encounters.
The military
We call them
guy, right?
encounters.
yeah, there was one person in particular that it was really like walk in the house, like say hi,
Take off your shoes.
and go have sex, and then like
Goodbye.
it was always this. It was always like
Always.
say
Also, this
hi.
is multiple times.
yeah. It was like I at least like 10 plus times that this was the exact scenario.
But I mean, that's like ideal.
Let her talk.
Walk in the house, say hi. We'd lay down. We'd watch one episode of The Office, have sex, and then go to sleep or I would leave. And like we didn't talk.
That sounds perfect.
We didn't talk before. We didn't
Dude,
talk
you'd
after.
think,
It
but
sounds perfect, but no, it's not.
it's really there's a
it
strange
was boring.
like
there was nothing.
there's a really strange emptiness to like that
There's
kind
a
of like
physicalness to sex,
robotic.
and sure you're getting that physical,
Yeah.
but you're not. It's also an emotional.
Here's the
thing
thing,
that
like
people
you,
don't understand.
it's not
It's
exactly
emotional
like you
thing,
still
too.
come,
no matter
and
what.
you still come, you still feel good, but at the same time, like you leave, and you.
Yeah, but I doubt that's what you were looking for with this guy.
kind of. I mean,
Something like for you,
But
I'm
still,
saying for
but
you
still,
in
it's
this scenario,
just
like,
But
ideal.
still, like there's
I
gotta be a
would've-
little bit of emotion.
I would have rather like hung
Miss
out with
to
a
it.
guy that I could talk to and laugh with than him, because it was
Yeah.
just kind of like, all right, like I'm driving here, like I'm putting in effort,
gas money,
and I'm
all this
not
kind of
getting
shit.
much out of it because let's get real, I could call it any other people to
Yeah.
satisfy my needs.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like the setup itself wasn't totally terrible.
No, it wasn't totally terrible.
At least like in theory, it sounds great.
Yeah. It was fine. He's making me uncomfortable because he's recording me. But I mean, this is all being recorded, so who am I kidding?
Yeah. It's okay. Who's
You
gonna
didn't
hear
say
it?
anything incriminating. Don't worry.
Exactly. And so yeah, after that all happened, that was interesting, and then
Deleted it.
I actually dated a guy for like a month in like November,
Oh, yeah, I
October.
always forget about that.
Was he exclusive? You were
Yeah.
trying to be, or
Yeah, we were completely exclusive, and I thought that's what I wanted. Because after, like, fucking random people for, like, a year, I was like, I want to settle down with someone. I want a boyfriend. But I realized I didn't want that.
Yeah.
Because, one, I had to cut ties with a lot of people that I had long-term, like, sexual relationships with. And that was difficult because I didn't want to do that. Like, I liked the idea of, like, having different people on my
It
plate.
gives you like power too.
Yeah. I felt pretty good.
You're like an object of like serious desire to a lot of different people.
Yeah. And some people I felt like I wasn't getting enough attention from, so it kind of pissed me off. So that's why I thought that I wanted a relationship, because I was like, I want more attention. I want more like emotional involvement. But this ended up going downhill really
Yeah, let me
fast.
interrupt. This guy
He
wasn't very good news. No.
He
Yeah.
just wasn't all it was cracked up to be.
Well, give me
He
a little
treated you
more.
like shit. I remember like it was your birthday. Me and you hung out on your fucking birthday because he wasn't hanging out with you.
Yeah, I mean, he just wasn't.
Well,
a good.
Like who? Like,
I don't know what to say.
Give me a little bit more about him, because it's like he went from like this like fucking like ramping it up.
Honestly,
like, fucking all these people,
honestly,
and who cares who they are?
I honestly feel like I chose a random person.
Honestly, he was a fucking loser. Like the guy's a loser. Like, no offense.
No,
He's
it's okay.
a fucking loser.
I feel like I chose a random person, and I'm like, I'm gonna date you.
I mean, he was attractive, but he was a loser.
He's okay. He was just like, whiny, rude, wasn't very caring. I never met the guy, but I'm assuming, like, just from what I've heard and what I've observed, he seems like a loser. Didn't like him.
Well, did you start it with like was he one of like the
we dated
like,
after
guys?
3 days of hanging out.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that was kind of like a given to me, like that something was up. I remember, like, I think we were it might have been just me and you. We were sitting at Dunkin' Donuts and you were talking about this guy and you just started dating him after like a while, and after like 3 days, and like you were telling me what he said to you. No, like a relationship, full on relationship after 3 days.
Like, hey, we are boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, like Facebook official. Like even with me and Kelly, like we were not even Facebook official until after like 3 months of dating.
Dude, it took forever for me and Megan because we were just friends for fucking like a month.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to put it on Facebook
2 months.
Like, what happens if you put it on Facebook and then you
decide,
hey,
like
this
exactly, like I mistook you.
And
you know
for that
I mean?
reason, I feel like that actually kept us together longer. Because at that point, we're like, all right, we already established this to the public.
We can't wreck our image.
But to go back to what I was saying, we were sitting at Dunkin' Donuts and you were like telling me like the stuff he was telling you, like I'm like, didn't he say like something like I love you or whatever, like after like a week of hanging out, or like he was like obsessed with you.
It was like really like he was obsessed with me, and I think I honestly only liked him for like a week, and then after that it was just kind of like, how do I get out of this? It took a while to get out of. It's hard for me to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely like I've had a similar situation with female.
Because like for a while I actually cared about him. I don't like hurting people's feelings.
We have a lot of
emotional. You guys vibe, yeah.
We have a lot of emotional similarity. Like, we don't want to hurt people. We don't want to say no to people. We had this conversation the other day. It's so hard to say no to people.
It's hard, but it happened. So I think we broke up like after like a month and a half of like actually like dating, and he lived an hour away from me too. It was just not a good setup at all. I was always driving over there, and
did he not have a car?
He had a car, yeah.
But like he lives alone, so like it was more convenient to go to his.
That's why I set Tinder to like 10 miles away.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys met on Tinder? Was it?
Yeah, we met on Tinder.
Oh, okay.
Let's try 10 miles.
And
you run out of matches real quick.
Yeah, so I mean, if we fast forward to present day here, a couple weeks ago, I got a text message from someone that I'd been with, and they told me that, like, they were like, oh, I definitely have an STD, like, you should get tested. Day, wasn't it? It was on Valentine's Day.
I got orange shit coming out my dick.
No.
That shit's bad.
That's really what they were saying, but not orange shit. They were like, there's, like, pus leaking out, and, like, it hurts really bad.
Holy fuck.
That's the clap.
So they were having symptoms. And I was like, all right, fuck. Like,
when was the last time you saw him?
I saw him, like, in the middle of January, I think.
So, like, last month?
Yeah, so, I mean, I definitely was in the red zone there for, like, all right, I recently had sex with you. I probably have chlamydia again.
Oh, fuck.
And...
Okay, no offense.
Wait, are you telling us again that you have chlamydia now?
I'm going to play devil's advocate right now. Why didn't you wear protection, Laura? Or not you. Why didn't the guy wear protection?
Why, dude? I've had a bad habit of.
I mean, it sucks. I'll give you that.
It's awful, and I'm sorry. I'd rather take the risk and take a pill down the road.
But I mean, like, she's had.
Wait, hold up. This whole story so far has been like, yeah, so I was really reckless and did all this crazy shit, and now you're expecting her to all of a sudden like be like really like ahead of the curve on it. Like, no, like you don't just make that sort of psych change like immediately.
I know, but still, like, I think you'd learn.
No, I agree with you, and I think that like I made a better attempt after I got chlamydia for the first time to use condoms more, but I think like
they suck.
Yeah, and it just is an inconvenience at a certain point. I mean, like, guys start asking me, like, oh, can you pick up condoms on your way over? Like, I don't want to pay for that shit. Like,
Hey, you
Who the fuck would ask that?
I don't want
What?
See, this is why we don't get laid. We buy our condoms. We're
You know what?
like,
Look, we
That's
would be
the
willing to do
gentlemanly
this,
thing to do.
and you know what? You know what we got coming down the pipe for us, Aidan? Not shit. Look what happens.
and yeah, I mean, it's just like, and then, you know, you
I have
get,
some options.
you,
That's
you,
fine.
Even meaner.
you drive 30 minutes to this guy's house, you're sitting there, you're, like, about to fuck, and he's like, oh, I don't have a condom. Like, you're not
You're
just not
still-
gonna
yeah.
fuck.
That happened to me
Like,
once.
That, you
What,
put
you
so
didn't?
much work in there.
Or
I
you
don't
did.
know.
I didn't. That happened.
You
same
didn't?
situation
Don't
happened
act
to
like
me
you
once,
put
like,
so
it
much
happened.
work into it. Like, this was like months of talking to him on Tinder to get to like the bottom of his heart. And like fucking showing your affection and ramping things up. Like, it's not like that much work.
I know, but you know, you're in the moment. It's I don't have any better excuses to make. I just
Fuck.
was being irresponsible.
Yes.
And yeah, so that happened, and
What about the guy you're seeing now?
so yeah, that was a problem.
You were with the guy, weren't you?
I was
Or
So
you
when
were
I-
like with him when you got the text, right?
so the guy I'm seeing now, we went to a concert back in September, and we didn't, after that great first date, didn't have sex, but had a great time. We didn't talk at all for 4 months. Like,
Okay.
never texted again. I was like, all right, he's just not that into me, whatever. And then, like, in the beginning of January, he contacted me, and he wanted to, like, hang out again, and I did. And that's when we started, like, hanging out regularly, like, several times a week. And when I first kind of opened up to him about, like, you know, being reckless and being, like, having a lot of sex, he was nervous. He was, you know, the first thing he asked was, like, have you been tested? And I told him that I had.
Well, yeah.
I told him that I had chlamydia before. Like, I'm very open about it.
Yeah.
You kind of have to be at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I, you know, wanted to give him a full disclaimer because that's, like,
The right thing
kind
to
of,
do.
and kind of a big part of me. Like, I feel like to put on this whole act, like, I'm, like, you know,
You have to own who you are. You have to like own who you are
Yeah.
and like who you're gonna be.
and so I wanted to tell him everything, and he was nervous about STDs, and he was nervous about, like, me being with other people because we weren't declared, like, exclusive or anything.
Yeah.
So I kind of reassured him. I'm like, no, like, I'm not really looking to be like that anymore. Like, I got tested, I'm clean, this and this and this. And then on Valentine's Day, I had someone tell me
Oh,
that they
this
have chlamydia.
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
You could have picked a better day.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
kid could have picked a better day.
I mean, hey, props to him for like doing it in the first place. He could have not told
No,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once again, good for him for telling you, like,
That was the right thing to do, just as you did in the past.
So
Nice.
when I told this guy that I'm seeing that happened, he was, like, panicking. He was terrified.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't. Who the fuck wants to clap?
I'm so fucking drunk.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm just looking over at him silently mouthing, I'm so fucked up. And his hair is fucking sticking straight up.
Anyway.
Back,
What
oh,
part
right,
you
back to
Back
you.
to the story. So, like, he's like, I felt really bad about it, too, because I'm like, I tried so hard to reassure him that, like, I'm not.
Fucking other people.
Yeah, and now this whole thing happened with
Were you with him when you were, like, fucking that guy, the guy with the chlamydia?
There was, like, one time
Was there like, where's there overlap?
where it
Is it-
overlapped. There was
yeah.
one overlap time in the very beginning.
But it was the very beginning.
True, but that doesn't mean that, like, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, if I contracted chlamydia, then I was, like, kept on giving him chances to get chlamydia every time that I had sex with him.
But you didn't know.
I didn't know, which, like, he didn't blame me, but I think he was more concerned about, like, himself.
So
Because,
did you guys both get tested?
well, we're not to that point yet. Because
Okay.
Wait, really?
Let me wait.
Weren't you supposed to get...
I think what's nuts
Were
is
you
this is
supposed
like
to get tested today?
this was
Yeah,
the
I
14th
did.
and today is like the 22nd.
I know a lot
What
happened.
happened?
A lot happened in the past week. So
It was a fucking busy week.
at the very first, this guy who got chlamydia was telling me, like, I think it's gonorrhea.
Oh shit. Wait,
So-
I don't know what the difference is. I really don't. Like, I'm so like
I mean,
I don't know shit about like STDs or any of this shit.
Gonorrhea and chlamydia are...
they're kind of the same.
do you mean they're the same?
They're like, yeah, they're kind of like the same symptoms.
But
What
like
is-
gonorrhea is just like a level up worse. I feel like. At least that's my perspective.
You can get rid of both of them though.
I
Yeah.
have no health background.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can get like none of them are like permanent.
So why are people freaking out about it so much?
Because it's like no one wants an STD. I don't know. But like you'd think people would be cool about it, but they're not. They never are.
No, I got like fucking like whatever. Like I've been sick before. Like oh, shame on
It's
you
like-
for
it's
giving me
like-
the flu.
I feel like chlamydia and gonorrhea is like on the same level as like mono for me. Like I'm really not that freaked out about it, but so
I
I'm
feel
like
mono would be worse.
Yes, it would.
you'd
Mono,
have
you
more
puke and you
symptoms. Yeah.
sit and you're sick. Where
It's
like
awful.
The clap, it's like I got fucking pus coming out of my dick. I take.
You might even
I
not
take
have it.
I take a fucking pill and there's no pus out of my dick.
Yeah.
Fucking
Most,
perfect.
But once again, Justin, guys experience symptoms more often than women do.
but at the same time, like most of the time, people don't get symptoms at all, so they don't even know they have it.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, I'm thinking I should get tested too.
everyone should.
Wanna go together? We can go to Wayne
Wait,
State,
seriously?
we'll
I have no reason.
If you
to.
want me
I've
to,
not been
I'll
fucking-
go.
Yeah,
Because
we'll
I
go.
probably should.
I mean, just
Yeah.
to have your bases covered.
Yeah, like that's something cool.
I have not been fucking, so there's no reason to just.
Yeah.
I mean,
just-
yeah, I'm talking to Austin. I'm not talking to
So continued. After he went to the doctor. Quiet down. After he went to the doctor and got tested, he found out it was chlamydia and not gonorrhea. So that was kind of
Good
nice.
news.
Good news. So I got tested today.
And the results are...
Don't know yet.
Oh,
Okay.
It
okay.
takes a while
It
to come
takes
in, yeah.
well, the chlamydia test in particular takes like a day, but I got tested for everything because I'm like I'm going, might as well like make sure I don't have
Do
like
the whole
everything
fucking.
else.
What is the test like?
They just draw blood,
well-
right?
Well, they drew blood, but then they also do like cultures, so they like put my legs up in the stirrups.
Give it a
and-
little swap.
Well, they stick this like metal tube in your vagina,
Speculum.
and then they
They
like
open
stick,
it up?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
open it up, and then they stick like something in there, so it feels really weird. And there's like metal clanking
hurt?
around. It's just like weird pressure. It's not really painful. Like if anything, it's just uncomfortable.
Is it like the like? Have you ever had to have like your nose swabbed? Where they go way the fuck
Yeah.
up there? Is it like
Yeah.
that, but for your vagina?
Yeah, that's
Ugh.
actually a really good description.
Ugh.
And it was okay though. It only took like 2 seconds. And I don't know. Like I didn't enjoy it because I really felt like I was being judged by the doctor. Like they asked me, have you had chlamydia before? And I'm like, yeah.
It's
like-
weird because like I can see why because like you don't look like the kind of person who's just like fucking chlamydia. Like I would
Yeah.
never peg you for it.
And
Yeah, but that's the thing. Chlamydia doesn't have a face.
I want to be the face of chlamydia.
But like, the thing about it is like I don't know, like you
Proactive
have a
commercials
very
won't be out there.
you have a very very innocent look to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
big time.
definitely do.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I get fucked so easily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh
That's,
my
that's guys
God.
prey on. They're like innocent women. I'm
you-
not like that
you know what's
personally, but a lot of
weird?
guys.
That's like really hot. Not gonna lie.
It is. I don't know why.
It's not hot to me.
Very-
It's hot enough. You're telling me that you have chlamydia, and I'm going oof.
Like last night.
You're not talking problems, okay? It's been a long time since I fucked.
Justin's like over there wishing he had gotten chlamydia in the past years to like spice things up a little bit.
Alright.
But that is weird, man, because there's like this chick I was hanging out with last night. She's got like big, like fucking the big eyes, and just like, well, I live with my mom and blah 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 blah. And at the same time, I'm just looking at her like, oh my fucking god, you're so fucking hot. It's fucking weird. I don't get it. But at the same time, you do. I agree with you. You have that look to you that just doesn't suggest like that you go. What the fuck is that? What the fuck was that face? Oh my god! You
Alright.
look like you're gonna throw up.
No, this is
I know I'm getting you all worked up, but I
This is
think
drunk Austin has gone off.
No,
the
I'm
rails.
just really drunk. You're not getting me worked up. Just
But no, I
really
agree
drunk.
with Justin. Okay, I would never ever. No
Laura,
offense.
I think
Okay,
of
don't
you
take
as
this
a
the wrong
sister,
way.
Okay.
thank you.
I would never look at you and be like, man, that bitch gets around. You know what I mean? So I feel
that's
like
kind of
that.
what I'm going for.
That's
so
what I.
thank
That's
you.
what I.
Oh, that's
what I'm
okay.
saying, just
That's the
without
angle
saying,
you're
like,
cutting for.
Well, then you got the angle down then. I feel like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
down
I-
pat.
I don't think about these things. You guys are different. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that like So, I got metal shoved in me today. I got some needles shoved in me today.
You poor
But
thing.
it's something that I
What's the
should
difference between
be
having metal
it's
and
something
needles?
that I should be doing it's something that I should be doing every 6 months anyway, because I want to be single. I want to have like a free active sex life. So it's just the responsible thing to do. And
Yeah.
I'm already being shitty by not using condoms, which the doctor asked me today, like, are you using condoms? And I'm like,
I wouldn't be
"No."
here if I was.
And it was kind of just like, it was shameful.
I mean, condoms aren't even 100% safe, so I mean...
For
Fuck it.
STDs, they're like pretty fucking safe.
Fuck it. Who cares?
But at the same time, if you're doing like oral and stuff, like,
You're supposed to be using condoms with that, but who the fuck uses...
Throatzilla does.
Dental
Yeah,
dam.
she's a fucking prostitute.
Well, let's say, yeah, I met him.
yeah, I don't know. I'd like to get to a point where I did use condoms more, because I think that, like, I mean, it's worth it. I am on birth control, but in the case where it failed and I got pregnant, that would be much worse than an STD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be unhappy.
Which is funny that babies are like 1,000 times worse than.
An abortion would cost way more than my doctor $10
Yeah.
copay to go get tested.
Oh fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So
Abortions are expensive.
They
yeah,
are,
fuck
man.
that.
John Oliver just did a bit about it like last week on his show. It's really fucked up. Like the legislature,
It's not as
especially
expensive as I would imagine.
I was thinking
In
about
the
this on
South,
way.
it
I was
is-
thinking about this on the
like
way.
up
My
like
drive
here,
home.
around here, it's way cheaper than I thought it was ever gonna be.
yeah,
Way cheaper than I ever thought it was gonna be.
dude, in Georgia, if you don't have this certain thing,
The
you,
same people who are
like-
pro life
yeah,
are the
okay,
people
so
who smoke cigarettes while they're pregnant.
here's
so
the weird thing. So like
Fuck those people.
I don't know. You should, because like I got a friend who's pregnant and now married and weird, and it's fucking crazy.
it's
And like
fucking weird.
and like she's like I don't know if she was on birth control or not, but she took the morning after pill and it didn't work.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Which is like I'm worried for like their baby, because like
that's poison.
that.
That's straight
I
poison.
used to think
Yeah.
that the argument,
Yeah.
put them up for adoption, was a good argument.
it's
But
not.
it's not,
No,
because
because
the
they're
system
so
invested.
many
so
kids.
full.
And,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
on top of that,
That's
they're
cruel.
They're like invested in it now.
No, that's cruel. That's
And
cruel.
I shouldn't call it
definitely
an
pro-choice.
Not to mention the medical costs of like being pregnant and going to checkups and
Oh, yeah.
giving
Oh,
birth.
my God,
the
yeah.
hospital cost of giving birth.
Like any
Like-
guy who wants his girl to have a baby because she's pregnant, like if he's pro life, like that's just so selfish. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
Well,
just fucked
they
up.
weren't in that scenario. Like
No.
they got the morning after pill, and it was like once that took, it was they're religious people. So it was like if that wasn't gonna work, then it was like
hold on,
they
let me
took that
stop
as
you
like a
there for 1
spiritual
second.
thing. Like they have to have this.
Like
kid.
are they like not the smartest people you've ever met?
They're not bad. They're not
bad?
They're not
Because
bad.
the people who usually have the babies,
No,
is
they're
what
not-
I've
no,
noticed,
they're
they're
not.
fucking stupid.
You know
No,
what?
they're not. They're not. They were both going to.
Honestly, people who
both
have
going to-
kids like
here.
before they want them are fucking stupid.
They're both. You know the guy. He went to school with you.
Tommy?
Yeah. Fucking Tommy.
Oh fuck!
He's gonna be a dad.
You
You
sat
know?
next to that kid during graduation. That fucks me up, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's not a stupid person.
More.
He's not a stupid person at all. He works at a bank, man. He's going to school to like
No,
chemical
he
engineering. Like
wasn't stupid. I
they're-
didn't know
neither
who
of
you were
them.
talking about.
Neither of them are. And it's just like, hey man, like they took it as a responsibility.
Yeah.
They tried
I
to.
get that.
to-
Like I can
Yeah.
respect that.
They tried to terminate the
I can
pregnancy. It
respect
couldn't.
that.
It did not take. So fucking they take the responsibility. They own up to it.
No, yeah.
They're like champs in my mind. But I recently went and saw them, and it's like
Wait, who
fuck,
were you friends
condoms
with?
all the
Didn't
time.
you date his wife?
We're not talking about this on the cast.
No, seriously, like hush, hush. No,
Oh,
no good.
Okay.
No editing, so
I
we're
have
just gonna leave it
no
there.
idea what anyone's
I don't know
talking
what
about.
anybody's
Okay,
talking
Okay,
about.
let's go
No, this is a
back.
friend of
We
mine.
have some unfinished business here.
Just this friend
We
of
do?
mine.
We're not completely done with Laura's story.
I don't know.
think.
I feel like I told the story about how I probably have chlamydia again. I
I just want to give Laura
Laura
some credit here. Like
This
I feel
takes
like you're in a
balls.
good position right now. Like you seem better than.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like the fact that you're talking
Like
about
when
it,
me and you were hanging
Yeah.
out, like back then, we were both extremely unstable, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's why we were hanging out. We had that in common.
Mhm.
But I feel like you're me. Like I'm doing better. Like I think
you
you're
sound
doing
like,
better.
it's like I don't know. Like I think you're doing pretty great.
Yeah, I agree.
The whole thing with like the putting on like these, all the retail stuff you're doing is like cool as shit.
Yeah.
Really cool shit.
Thank
Plug
you.
that for nobody that listens.
Oh yeah,
plug
I don't
it,
know.
plug
I don't
it,
know.
hurry
I
up.
don't know much about it because all I did is see it on Facebook and like just briefly have a conversation before this. But like it's.
Yeah, actually, can we talk about that? Because I wanted to go to that, but I didn't.
I didn't know much of what it was. Like I didn't like really like believe that it was something that you were
Yeah.
doing. Like I thought it was like, is she just working the desk at this thing? And I was like, oh wait, no.
Mm-mm.
Because I stalked you on it, and it was like your grandma was like saying like we've got pallets for you, and I'm like, whoa shit, she's doing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's really specific, but
On your face.
glad you check up on me.
You're welcome.
Was it in
Me
your timeline?
and my coworker.
You know my timeline now is like, what is this whole art show thing or retail thing?
And me and my coworker put on this like vintage pop-up shop at a gallery in Detroit, and it went really well. It was our first event that we'd ever done, so we obviously made some, mistakes with what we spent our money on, and like we definitely know how to do it better next time we do it. But it went well.
What was it called?
It was called the Recycle Project.
Cool.
And it was just like 24 different vintage clothing vendors. Most people like have Etsy shops. Some of them had like actual stores.
Did you reach out to all these people independently, or did once like some?
Once it picked up, then people were coming to me
Okay.
and wanted to be a part of it. But it was kind of hard to establish like seriousness in the beginning because you go to people and be like, hey, we have this idea for something. Do you want to do it? And
How was the turnout?
do you want to
Was it
pay
pretty
money
good?
for it?
How did you legitimize yourself? Was it like once you had a particular vendor involved? Was it like you could like drop that name?
Kind of. None of the names we had were like super notable, so like it was kind of hard to do it that way. I think we just told people.
Like goodwill from friends and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we told people about it, and I think we had it at the Tangent Gallery in Detroit, which is kind of a well-known place, a well-known venue, and the price to buy a booth was really cheap.
Yeah.
So.
Like what are we talking? Like $10
Like
a table?
no, like $50 for an 8x8 booth.
And for all day.
It was like we did it 2 to 7.
2 to 7.
Yeah.
And was it just the one day?
It was just one day.
Okay. That's really cheap. And you only had like 24 vendors.
We had 24 vendors, yeah.
And did you pick up any of the percentage of the sales?
We didn't pick up any percentage of the sales. That was kind of the agreement in the beginning.
Okay.
But we
'Cause I'm
did.
sure that'd be like a deal breaker
Like
for a lot
our
of people.
income was what was the $50 fee that people would pay to get a booth.
Oh wow. So you didn't make you guys did that like charity
Yeah,
almost.
we didn't have a lot of
Well, I
money
mean, it's
to
your
work with.
first. It's like the first thing.
Well,
so
no,
you gotta
I'm not
kinda
saying
throw
saying
stuff
that
out
I'm
there,
not saying that as a bad thing. Like I mean, again,
It was pretty low budget. It was. I mean, we didn't have much to pay for other than like
How much was it to
the
rent the
rent.
place?
It was really cheap.
yeah,
like-
yeah. For a day, it's nothing.
Like
And it was a Sunday, right?
it was Sunday, so it was half off the rent prices.
Oh, nice.
So we really lucked out on there. And the Tangent Gallery is really nice. We rented both rooms, which was almost like 5,000
They have like
square
a bar
feet.
in there too, don't they?
They have a
Yeah, I've
bar.
been
They
there
had
once.
bartenders, and they had like a lot. It was awesome.
How was the turnout? Was it pretty good?
It was pretty good. It was actually on a day. It was January 10th, and that day we got like a blizzard. And there had been no snow before that, so like everyone was in shock.
That would happen,
And
right?
so we were kind of nervous about that because it was like, are people gonna come out? Like even some people were asking me, is it canceled? And we did it, of course.
Yeah,
And
you have to.
I would say we probably got like at least 100 people through there.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's really good.
Yeah,
And from 2 to 7.
yeah,
Wait, how many?
Wow.
100.
That's a lot of people for that time frame and for like the weather and everything.
And I got a lot of awesome feedback from everyone. Actually, like a guy from the Free Press talked to me for a little bit. He was really impressed with everything.
Yeah.
And so that's why
really good. That's impressive.
that's why we're doing one in May now, and we're still kind of like bouncing between venues for that one, but we're thinking like 30 vendors. And
That's coming up soon.
yeah, and
How long did it take for you to like plan and like get the word moving on the last one?
we
Like when did you start planning that? When did it happen?
like Thanksgiving. Like,
Okay,
End
okay.
of November.
Okay,
so
so
we
it's
were
about
thinking
the same
time
time frame, yeah.
Yeah.
We actually have a lot more time now because I think that like we had like a month to pull everything together for the first one.
And what are you doing differently to make it a bit better for you guys?
We're just spending less money on things that didn't work well the first time. We want to put more money into catering.
Yeah.
We want to bring a couple more vendors in, but still keep it small.
Is it like free food for the catering? Is
Yeah,
it like just,
free food.
Oh, wow.
We're doing free food, which we can always change that up, but
And since you're not making money off of like sales, then it doesn't even matter at that point because you need to get people in so that you can attract vendors for the next event because you're making money straight from the vendors.
Clothing?
yeah, there was guys' clothing. There was like
I'll
every
have to come
type.
out next time.
There was every type of clothing, and
I
it
was gonna come the first time, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I worked. Yeah,
Do you
I was
have things
working
that you can
day.
sell for like straight profit to you guys? Did you guys have your own booth?
We didn't have our own booth. We had like a raffle,
Okay.
so
You made money off the raffle tickets.
we made money off raffle tickets. Not that much, honestly. It didn't really go that well, but the raffle is something we probably like approach at a different angle because we had business sponsors
Okay.
that donated products to our raffle,
Okay.
and it was just kind of like extra. Like it didn't really help us at all.
Yeah.
So, but we had local businesses sponsoring our event, and I don't know. It was a good.
Well, you sponsor our podcast, so thank you.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me talk about my vagina.
Oh, anytime. Really,
No,
anytime.
but
Vagina
honestly,
monologues,
like,
LB.
There we go. Part 2.
Mhm.
like, so you have a venue picked out for the next thing though?
Not
yet.
Not yet.
Not officially.
Not officially.
Okay.
Well, keep us like let us know.
Yeah, I'll have to come
We'll
out.
plug you on the show.
Of
I don't give a
course.
fuck if Kelly has a booth there. I'll come anyways.
Does
What is- I-
wait,
I really
I'll
does
shop her
she?
booth.
She had a booth at the last one. That's
Do you
Aidan's
like
ex.
do you like hate her?
I don't hate her. It just would be awkward to see her.
Oh come on.
I don't know.
How long has it been?
Like we broke up in like August, but like we had a thing until like October. But like I don't know. It wouldn't be awkward.
Oh, you don't have to hide from her.
For me,
The guy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sometimes it's explosive in a really good way. Sometimes it's explosive and it's just complete
we might
disaster
have
and
to like
chaos.
cut the past hour
No,
off.
no, fuck it.
the
That's-
you.
Well,
That's
you-
the thing. Uncut.
The group
that's
therapy
exactly.
podcast, we work some things out. It's okay, but
Yeah.
we don't fucking edit.
No,
That's like rule number 1.
mostly because I don't know how to, but like at the same
Yeah,
time,
like,
like
all of the shit I was
Fucking
fucking wanted to
zero-
bring up last week. We didn't edit it out.
Zero fucking effort.
Okay,
Wait, what
I
have
I don't
you
even
done?
listen to my own podcast.
Okay, you guys want to interrogate me now?
Yeah.
I'm drunk enough.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
oh
ready.
fuck.
No.
Oh Jesus.
How did you and Kelly break up? 'Cause I
I'm
never
like-
found
I
out.
need to go pee first.
I'm pretty
You guys
drunk,
talk
too.
about for a second.
No, I'm gonna talk about Aidan for a second. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm,
talk about
I'm
him.
pretty drunk too.
Okay.
Do it.
It pisses me off.
What does?
The whole middleman thing I had between Kelly and Aidan.
I don't even know how they broke up.
Yeah, I don't even understand what's
Okay,
going
they had a
on.
whole
Because,
like on
he
again, off
never
again
talks
thing
about
for a
it.
while.
He never talks
I'll
about
talk
her.
about it because he talks about it to me.
Okay.
So they had this whole on again, off again thing.
She's
for
a
while.
bitch.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm friends with Kelly.
Good for you. She's so mean to me.
Yeah, mean
It's
to me
not even.
too.
It's
No.
I never did anything wrong to her. She's just mean.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not denying that because that very well probably is true, but I am friends with both Kelly and Aidan. But I was friends with them before they broke up. I was friends with them after they broke up. But I did play a weird like middleman messenger thing, which I still kind of am doing, and I hate doing that.
Yeah.
That is none of my business.
Yeah. Fuck that.
And mostly on Kelly's end, because it's like, oh, can you get my stuff from him? Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you tell him this? And it's like, I don't.
Want to do that?
That's not my job.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I felt bad about that. Like,
It's
I don't
fucking
wanna
see
look at
because
that
it's like
business.
it's weird. It's weird that like you guys are friends because like of how mean she was when I only met her twice and I never wanted to meet her again because I met her one time where like I saw that they were dating and Austin says like me and him are in Royal Oak for some reason and she's like, oh, this is where Kelly works. I'm like, oh, let's stop in for a second. We're just walking around. We're like, looking for shit to do. We walk in to say hi to her and she gives us the cold fucking shoulder like, hey, you date Austin? Like Aidan, that's cool. Like I'm Justin. Like I'm as a friend. Like hello. And she's like, if you're not buying anything, you have to leave. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess it's understandable. Like, you're at work, maybe, but, I mean, you could have been a little bit nicer. Okay, anyway. So I leave, and then you had, like, some party where she was at, and I was there, and I talked to her, and she's just fucking mean. And I go, oh, maybe you're just having a bad day. It's okay. And then you have some fucking bonfire that I show up to, right? And I come to the bonfire, and she's there, and she's just fucking spitting venom at me all night. Every time I open my mouth, she's just being a rotten fucking bitch. And I'm being so nice to her. Every single time she talks about something, I'm being so fucking nice. I'm feeding her nice, sugar sweet questions to like help her, like get her through to her story. I'm just being really, really kind, and all she's doing is fucking spitting barbs. So I go, fuck this bitch, man. Why are you dating her? Fuck this. Fuck her. I'm done. And I didn't see Aidan for a long time after that because fuck that bitch.
Yeah, man. I mean, she kind of really did absorb you for a while there.
I didn't see you,
Like,
and when I did see you,
a
she was there, and she was mean. And she was mean.
I'm not gonna make this like completely like.
You said we can interview. How did you break up with her?
I'm not gonna make this anti.
How did you guys break up? What was the straw that broke the camel's back?
I should have broke up with her when she proposed the idea of an open relationship.
Oh, yes. The answer is yes.
Keep going.
And I was like so like my eyes were like this fucking big, like my pupils like in love with her like that, like I couldn't see anything.
How long were you dating when she said that?
Almost a year.
Oh.
Like I don't know. Like
so she proposed an open relationship.
So like we stayed like dating for like a while after that, and then like one day like I was helping her get everything ready for her grad party. I was helping her out with everything, like totally didn't have to. Helping her out so much.
Yeah.
I accidentally dropped like one thing and it broke, and it wasn't even a big thing, and she fucking was screaming at me.
She's
like
mean.
Literally berating me. I've never even talked about this before, but she was like berating me, like telling me I was a loser, telling me like you're a piece of shit, like how fucking dare you. And like on the drive to her grad party, she was just fucking screaming at me, and I was like, you know what, like I don't need this, like we're fucking over, like, and I dumped her there, and then I hung out at her grad party like the whole time, like just to be a good guy. Yeah, I was there, and like we just broke up after that, and then we still hung out like probably like 2 or 3 months after that, and then this whole thing, she went to New York, fucked some dude.
That was fucked up.
Actually,
did she know the guy prior to?
Fuck some guy from the documentary The Wolf Pack. Every time I see that on Netflix, it's just like. Suggested for you, The Wolf Pack.
You're gonna send that to me because I've never seen The Wolf Pack. What is The Wolf Pack?
I don't know.
Watch it.
What is The Wolf Pack? Because I think you told me
about this. She like goes back to. I don't even think I should be talking about.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Don't think like that.
I've never heard this much about it. Like,
just don't think like that. Just keep going.
Okay, so she has sex with this guy, comes back.
Oh my god.
It's like completely ignoring me. Like I'm like fucking suicidal. Basically want to fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
So, which is fucking stupid, by the way. Never kill yourself.
No, it's not. It's a reasonable solution.
No.
Come on.
Never kill yourself up.
No.
Were you guys like still together at this point, or were you guys?
We were like still talking, and like
okay.
So like I was like I just started ignoring her because I was like I gotta get this out of my life.
Yeah.
So like he texts her like that he can't be with her or some shit because he met somebody else, and she sends him like I remember. She like sent him something like how dare you treat me like this, or like some really like specific text
to
him.
Okay.
And I saw it because
of reasons. Yes.
I saw it. And so like I began talking to her a little bit again, and we hang out a couple times.
Why?
Because I'm a fucking idiot. That's why.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then I realized like this is not good. Like I'm not feeling so good. So I hang out with her again. I start ignoring her again, and she sends me the exact same text.
Oh,
she sent me word for word the exact same text, and I did not respond to that. I did not say anything to that. I didn't say anything at all. And she's pushing me to the edge, keeps pushing me, keeps pushing me, and I call her a cunt. And that was my mistake.
I like how this is your biggest fucking
climax.
their biggest what should I say, like retribution, like revolt, like your big like fucking like.
See, I love that word.
Like I fucking hate you, and like all that you can muster is you're a cunt. Like
no,
she does all this shit to you. She does all this shit. She fucking beats you down. She fucks some other guys. She says we need an open relationship. She does all that, and like you're so sweet. That all you can do is call her a cunt.
Like, I'm not
you're pretty
fucking
sweet. You're sugar sweet. You don't have a mean bone in your body. It's okay.
Okay, but anyways, I love the word cunt because it still holds a lot of meaning.
Yeah.
The one word.
Plus, that would kill her. That would just kill her feminist bones.
So, like, yeah, she freaked out. And, I don't know, I'm doing better now that I'm not talking to her. Like, I respect what she's got going on. I don't know. Like, whatever. I don't hold anything against her. Like, and we did hang out we met up in, like, December, I want to say.
Aidan.
And this is when I realized that, like, no.
She's just so mean.
Like, no. This is when I finally realized, like, hell no. Like, this was after she posted a bunch of lies about me.
She posted lies about you?
Oh yeah, it was great. Did you see the face? I'm gonna show you the Facebook rants right now.
You have them screenshotted?
No, but they're
I don't
on
think
her.
they're still up.
Really?
Yeah, they're not.
What were they?
I didn't call me like a misogynist, which if anybody knows me,
You're like the most
I'm not a
sensitive
misogynist.
social person of all time.
On
Like,
our
Yeah,
first
I'm not
episode,
like that
on
at
your
all.
first episode, you keep interjecting. We do not hate women. We do not hate gays. And
Yeah.
I was like, fuck those faggots.
Meanwhile,
Dude, if
we're
anything-
sitting. Yeah,
if
exactly.
anything, I try to put a lens on where I see through women or anybody
Yeah.
who is.
So
I'm
she's-
trying to see through that.
So
point of
what
view.
other rants was going on? Because I missed all this. I'm oblivious.
I don't know, she basically just said that I was like a misogynist, PBR guzzling, pill poppy, which I did have pill problems, and she brought that up publicly, which was kind of humiliating, and just like a bunch of shit. That was like the worst day. But anyways, so that all happened.
Bitch.
That all happened, and I met up with her after that. And I was expecting her to say like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and
Oh, no,
I
of course
realized
not,
that
of course
this
not.
was.
She's
and
gonna
then-
double down on
And
it.
I realized that it was a problem when I apologized
Oh.
and she didn't, and I was like, "Oh, fuck this!" Like, oof. And I just like drove home, crying into my beard.
I just want to say something about Facebook statuses about a person. Because I know a little bit about that. In
Yes,
fact,
you do. Yes, you do.
What do you mean?
Wait, what?
She was on.
I
She was
think
on the same side
I think
as
you
me.
all remember.
Once again, me and Laura have a lot in common.
Fucking remember.
No, I don't remember this at all.
Andrew's Facebook status that said, finally ripped
I
off
like
the
that.
band.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was mad at you for a little bit, but then I got
I
over
think
it.
I did the same
Finally
thing.
ripped
Yeah.
off the bandage. Have fun being a fucking whore. I think that's exactly
And
what
he
the
tagged you
Facebook.
in the comments.
Yeah, he tagged me in it.
Oh wait, I don't remember that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it too. But it's just something so childish about writing a Facebook status about someone. Like even when I see that shit on my news feed on Facebook, I see that and I think like who are they talking to? Like
Yeah.
they're just trying to release some steam in the wrong place, and it just is embarrassing.
That's why I deleted
Yeah.
my Facebook. Like, I realized that.
I just don't use it. My family posts
Like-
pictures of me on it, and that's about it.
Like, I don't know. I realized that I was searching for something on the internet emotionally that I. Like, you know, like, people try to get emotional gratification from
I did that
posts
with.
on the internet.
I
Like,
did it. I was looking for emotional gratification in drugs, and then
Ty
when I
Siegel,
couldn't,
emotional mugger. This
and then when I couldn't, when I wasn't getting that, I just like I started getting it like different. Like I tried getting it different places, like getting like emotional gratification from like meetings and then
It's just
people,
too much bullshit on there.
and then bike riding.
Ex-girlfriends are weird.
Yeah, man.
And like I don't have a problem with her now. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be
Mine did.
involved with her.
If you want to know, mine did the same thing. She was in love with some guy from New York, so it was great. And then she went to visit him and fucked him, and that was.
I don't know.
That
It
was the end of it
happens.
for us.
Whatever. Like,
New York.
And, like, it sucks.
New York is a
And,
shit
like,
place. I never want to fucking go
like
to
it
New
made me
York.
feel like shit. Like thinking about that, but like after I realized like that's like the worst possible thing that she could do to me, like that I could think of. Like after I got over that, like I didn't fucking care.
Where do you weigh in on all this, LB? Where do you weigh in on it? Because I assume you can get it from like an opposing perspective, or at least another perspective.
I don't know.
Or is this just
And
something you
like I
look at?
said,
Is this
like,
just something you
I'm
look
not
at where you go,
100% gonna say
where you look
here,
at like
like,
your
I
friend,
don't
and
know.
where you look at your friend, and you just go like, okay, that was kind of fucking bitchy and mean.
The thing is, like, I'm friends with both of them. I just kind of see that whole breakup scenario as, like, that's none of my business.
Yeah.
I do recognize that both of them probably played a part into why.
Well, yeah, I mean they're together.
Yeah.
Of course, they have to.
So, I mean, I really try to stay neutral, and the second that someone tries to pull me one way or another,
Fuck 'em.
that's when
Yeah.
I'm just
Alright,
like...
I'm sorry to ask then.
No.
No, because I never tried to pull her one way or another. It
Yeah.
was the other side.
And
Favorite podcast. We're really working on some shit because this is the first time I've
You
ever
can't
heard.
be friends with Aidan.
This is the
This
first
is the
time.
actually like
Don't give Aidan the gratification of your friendship.
This is the first time I've ever heard Aidan talk about it at all.
seriously like this is
We're
the
making-
actual first therapeutic group podcast.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, this is great.
yeah,
Soundy.
I respect both of them, and I respect both of them.
The chip has been sitting there for days.
You don't live here. You don't know. I don't know. I think
I come here a
I think
lot.
it's been. I think that we've talked about a lot here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, big time. It's
Okay.
I don't know, man. It's I don't know.
Drunk cast.
Aiden, yeah, the drunk cast. It's turned into like a weekly drunk cast. You know,
great.
like
And a weekly drunk movie night. I
I
love
think
it.
that
Oh.
like we've already said more
I've
than
been
we should have.
drinking way too much.
yes.
So, wait, before we end the podcast, I just want to say, every podcast, listener Aidan comes in with a bottle of R&R whiskey. They drink about half of it tonight, and then they drink the other half tomorrow night on movie night.
And then we buy another one and drink that one over the weekend, and then we buy another one and drink it the next day.
They drink it on Monday,
We've had so many bottles of
but it's great.
Fuck. Oh god. Do you?
Wait, I actually proposed an idea for this. We're gonna start collecting every single bottle, and then when I move out, like, we're just gonna have this decoration.
We'll do some sort of art thing with it.
Why
Yeah, we'll
don't-
make like Christmas lights on
Build
them.
an igloo.
Build an igloo. There we go.
Beautiful.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna save these two.
whiskey
I'm gonna
warms
save
you,
this bottle. When you're finished with that, which should probably be tomorrow night. Give me that weird look.
All
We'll
right.
save that one.
But like, here's the. Does it actually bug you? Like, cause we
No,
spend.
it does not bug me at all.
Okay.
It does not bug me at all. Like, I promote my friends drinking. Like,
Because I know you're
wholeheartedly.
all like, you don't take a part or anything. You know what I mean? Like, you don't take a part. You don't take part in anything like that. So like, I don't know. I always feel
I'm
like
not a prude.
slightly guilty for some reason. I don't know.
I had to tell
That shit
Jackson
was
that he can drink. I had to like talk him into getting a drink when I went to the Dirty Show with him.
Yeah, I
It was
mean,
just very uncomfortable. I was like, you know, you can drink with me, right?
It's
He's
not, like, uncommon, yeah.
I'm like, come on, we're gonna get a fucking drink.
Yeah.
Now
All
we're gonna rumble.
I
we're gonna
know
drink.
is the more that we drink, the more we say shit that we
I
probably shouldn't have said.
love it.
That's what makes a podcast.
I
great.
said a lot of stuff that I should.
Who the fuck? Yeah, I didn't say shit,
Let's
so I'm
like-
happy about
let's, like,
that.
not
But
share this link.
incorrect, Laura. We're sharing this bitch.
It goes up.
Guest
Nobody's
host.
gonna listen to it.
No,
Let's be
exactly.
honest.
What's the problem?
I mean-
Nobody that we've talked about is gonna listen to it.
The
so
only
who
people who
cares?
listen to it is you and Darian.
All right.
And Darian
And
probably
like
only listens
maybe
when
like
you're around.
maybe like Megan Hurt, maybe like Caitlin.
I just want to bring up that check out the Poshcast coming soon.
Okay,
Rival
that-
podcast.
I had a question.
Okay.
No, seriously, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why? What is
You guys know if they're
this?
serious or if they're mocking us.
Exactly. I feel like it's just
She's been
mocking
messaging
us.
me on like on Snapchat, and I can never tell if she's
Yeah,
serious with me
exactly.
or mocking me.
No, like we got equipment on the way. We're
what
doing
the-
a podcast.
Like I don't know if
Of
Darian's
what?
like actually likes me and
We're
is like friendly
talking.
with me,
We're
or is
talking
like
about boys, sex, makeup.
I mean,
girls'
I'll
things.
listen, but like at the same time, wait, get me
can
the
we
Snapchat.
sponsor? Can we sponsor your podcast?
Of course,
Since you sponsor ours.
Poshcast. Do check out soon. I think we'll end it
I'll
there.
listen to it.
Thanks,
I'll give it a
LB.
listen, maybe.
See you guys.
I think we'll end it. Poshcast.
Wait, hang on.
Poshcast.
Just good.
Well, is that the name? Are we sure, or like, are we just?
Look at
Podcast.
my hair in this though.
POSH.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of that.
POSHCAST. Podcast.
All right, everybody. You guys have a great week. Go fuck yourself. Wow, have a great week. Have a great week, everybody. Go fuck yourself.
Listen to Poshcast.
We'll catch you next Monday. Take care.